minstrels, you know. And then the funny thing is, you have to do it a couple of times like a woman, you know. It's like sometimes it works and doesn't, you know, sometimes it doesn't. It's just stupid, you know. It just doesn't make sense, you know, that it works sometimes and other times it doesn't. So, I'm setting up my video player, and I actually got a pretty good amount of, I guess, fun. I got into it yesterday, and I did use a long, you know, try to set things up and all that. So that's, if you want to see it here. This is the player. Now, at the moment, it's playing a song by actually a Roman Catholic. He turned Roman Catholic. I have no idea why he would do that. I checked all his songs in regards of... He made all the 150 psalms. And they were pretty good. And I didn't know he was a Roman Catholic. I found out later on. I checked all the songs for any Roman Catholic doctrine, and there doesn't seem to be any. Although yesterday I found a song with him in regards of the Mass, you know, pointing to the Mass, and yet the song itself doesn't really, it's very slick, you know. Roman Catholics are so slick, you know. They are pretty much speaking as Christians, you know, on so many ways, and yet they're believing in a cookie Jesus, you know. They don't believe in Yeshua Jesus. They believe in a cookie. They believe in a round wafer God, you know. And they worship it, you know. It's just, you really have to be careful, you know. Really, really, really have to be careful. Any case, so I guess a year or two ago or something like that, I edited his, you know, I didn't like his, you know, that was teaching, and I didn't really care for his teaching in regards of the psalms, and so what I did was I cut them out, you know, every single song, 150 songs I cut out, and yeah. That was a lot of work, but I got it done, and so a lot of things was happening yesterday. I thought, the file with the video files of these songs was gone. Not gone. It was corrupted, but I found it actually on my backup drive, so that was nice. Afterwards, and I was like looking, I was like, oh my, I've lost it, you know. I've all that work, you know. Of course, it was not, you know, I still have the music, but the music files and all that, but it has, you know, with the player on my laptop, it has problems in regards of playing the files. That I took them directly. I demused the files, as they call it, and that is in regards of meaning that I split the files in regards of the video and the sound, so not to recode the sound files. So the sound files are the original ones, not to. I'm not sure. Not to. Let's see if we can find it. Not to distort them further in regards of quality, right? So. And that's, you know, you get into this bullshit with all these different formats. And I'm like, why don't they just use one single format? You know, an open source format. You know, but no, we can't do that. We need to use multiple different formats of files. Now, but the thing is, the sound files, it couldn't play the sound files on this application. And this is not the only application that can't play these files. You know, some can, but you know, a lot of them can't. And the interesting thing is that they can actually play the video files, but they can't play the sound files, which is, the sound files are directly from the video files, so it shouldn't be a problem, but apparently it is. So I've toyed around with this, and as you can see, this is on my webpage. Well, it's on a side on my webpage, you know. See here. It's having some problems with the. I guess there's not that much light at the moment. See if we can just open up the camera here. There we go. As you can see, it's Jesus God Almighty, minimal dark.html, and then the rest, But if one wants to get into it, it's minimal skin dark. So this is like the test template of it, and I'm trying around with it. And as you can see down on here is the player, and you can push and get all the things up. Now I do have an MP3 player as well. I haven't really toyed around with that yet, further into, but that looks pretty, of course I have toyed a little around with it, like over on this webpage where I actually bought the whole package like over 6 months ago. And I actually had 6 months support on these things, and I never got into fixing my the idea was to get away from all these host sites in regards of YouTube and the rest of the bullshit, because YouTube killed off my main account. They just what do you call it, they didn't delete it, but no one have access to it besides Google YouTube. They suspended me, as they call it. So I guess they have all the files and all that, and yet they just suspended me. So, but this is the player of, and that is actually looking pretty good as well. Now I was looking into different players, over 6 months ago, and I was looking. Or maybe it's long. No, 6 months. It must be 6 months since I bought this player. And I was looking into different things. You can actually, make a link in regards of where you can actually buy the things. And we have the problem as usual with it's stopping automatically the camera, which is a very annoying so-called feature. And there's so many things that in regards to this mobile that I get so annoyed about. And I would still give it only 2 stars of 10 stars, but it's still the best mobile out there. But there could be so many things that could be improved, just software and, of course, hardware. You could have improved that as well. But it's the last flagship with Able, where you can actually change the battery and so forward. It's the V20, the LG V20. So I would only give it 2 stars of 10 and it's locked down, as you don't have administrator rights out of the box either, as usual in these days. So 2 out of 10 stars is my, but it's still the best mobile that is out there at the moment. So one have to, deal with it, I guess. So this is like a player. And there's a lot of satanic music and this guy seems to be a, just his email address is like what was like Diablo or something like that, and you have some sun worship bullshit in there, as usual. I actually have the winged sun god, whatever, So I guess you have some biblical things in regards of pointing to actually the sun in regards of I guess Satan is a copycat, trying to what shall we say, steal or dilute the whatever. Anyway, that's the player, and you can you have like this player and doesn't fill much, and it's looking pretty good. You could I pretty much bought the package primarily for this one or the other one, the sticky, to different. I wanted the sticky, and I wanted it to do whatever I wanted it to do, right? And it seems this option or the has had pretty much the features I wanted, like where you can play quicker. Actually, you can actually set it up here how quick you want it to play. that's a feature I would like. So it had pretty much nearly all the features I wanted, and the video player as well. Although there's something in regards to the video player that I'm not sure if you can fix or not, but in regards to the speed. But anyway, I'm looking into it. So, and maybe I can just write them about things, and maybe they can fix things and so forward. But it looks pretty good. You can go in and go to the folder you want to go to, and the thing is it's pretty responsive as well, and that's it's running pretty smooth. Now I'm sitting on an old computer and all that, but it's pretty smooth, I must say. It's running pretty nice. It's yeah. So, but this is the player. I haven't really toyed totally around with that yet on my own webpage. I just toyed around with with the video player as far as it goes for now, and fix different files in it and see how it goes. And I have some works to do with the 150 Psalms. I have to change that name, and I know I have a program. I can't remember where I have it and all that. I need to find it. But I had a program that actually could do I actually still have the other video program so it doesn't stop? Audio, no, I apparently don't have that. It's just annoying that you actually have the camera tools on the mobile itself, and yet you get into it's just they could just have fixed it. A feature like, hey, do you want it to auto close? And of course I don't want it to auto close. Maybe I should put it. Tried once where I actually stopped auto closing, but last time I tried that it didn't work. But you can go into multi-view, and you can still see more than on the the standard camera. See if we can. There we go. And if we just, oh, it's itching. It's itching. Getting tired of the itch. I have the itch. Anyway, I just pretty much was on an antifungal protocol, and it does seem to have helped me. I can actually have a beard now without, getting crazy, and actually still have hair. Now it is time to get the hair off and all that, because I can't begin to feel, but my beard is pretty nice. I don't really have big problems with that, but my arms, it's just, it's annoying. Anyway, my own fault, I guess, be careful of sugar and alcohol. You might ruin your life. So, anyway, so this is pretty much the player, and I don't know if I can. No, I probably can't lower the light. Maybe I can turn this on and make it better. Get some light in here. It's it's early in the morning. I've just gotten some food and some meat. There's no sugar in that. Some red meat and not too much fat, because apparently the fat also makes me go into diarrhea and or whatever it's called. Whatever. Anyway, so we have my HTML playlist and my mixed playlist, my XML playlist, my Vimeo playlist, and my folder playlist, and my HTML playlist too. Now these was the originals that was in the program. I'm not sure, because the test applications that actually is on their website. This is the test application where you can try the different skins. You have minimum dark, modern dark, and apparently it's closing down again with the camera. It's so annoying. It's so stupid. Why would an application, why would a camera just turn off, I I do understand that in regards of, battery and all that, but hey, I'm the user. I decide when I close down an application, not the program itself. If it wants to close down it automatically, you ask me about it, before you actually doing it. You want, put it in a setting, in the options. You just don't do this, bullshit, and yeah, it's just annoying. So again, 2 stars of 10 stars. There's a lot more room that they could have, made a mobile great. And this is the, yeah, apparently all the makers of mobiles just make, went nuts with the glass bullshit and the no battery and no SD memory card and no, what was it, jack stick and all that. They, yeah, let's get some more radiation. Let's get the chance higher of getting cancer and, fixing the fungus so it releases more mycotoxins and all that. Yeah, let's just do that. This is a diabolical world. Anyway, so as you can see, they have like different images, and the thing is, the thing that you buy in regards to this application doesn't really come with. It comes with like half of. It's weird because I have like 2 songs and some pictures for it and all that, and then it has all these other actually in another folder, and yet it doesn't have any links. It's not used in the program, but it's just there. And I'm collecting the pieces to try to figure out how the application works. A little here and a little there, and I should read the manual again. But I didn't read it yesterday. I just read the beginning, and then I began to toy around with it and began to find out how it worked. Just by looking and toying around with the code, which is apparently 7 years since I actually have toyed around with code. It's 7 years, this thing. Time flies. Oh yeah, here we go. It's oh, sorry, he had the name and the email address is Diablo. So it's annoying. Just don't turn off. Okay, stay on. I don't know if I turn it to the manual, if that actually will make it stay on. Maybe. Yeah, let's see here. Okay, we can just. There we go. It's incredible how many features there actually is in and it's a wonderful mobile, overall, but still a lot of improvements that could be made to it. And let's get the better camera here. There we go. So maybe a little off here. There we go. There we go. That seems to be pretty fitting to a little more color, but the color is not always. Oh well. Let's get that off. How do it? Oh well, it turns. Guess it goes into automation. Maybe I can do like this. Yeah, okay. Still 300. It's okay. 300. So let's see if it actually turns off here from this as well. So as you can see, there's like 3, but the music is just horrible. It's like satanic bullshit. This I guess this. Oh, it still isn't. Oh my. He doesn't really have any music that is. No, it's just all this. Nothing of Christianity for sure. But you can see how it works and all that on his website. I just don't understand. When you unpack it, again, you have some of these. You have some of these images, but you don't have any connections with anything. I'm not sure why. Why he wouldn't just take the whole package that he had made. But yeah, and here you have different features of the application and some videos of his other things. And I just, it wasn't really that much more expensive to buy everything from him, So that was a possibility of just buying the whole package, that everything that this company made, and or buy, what I needed in regards of the. So I just took the whole package and, whatever. Again, it wasn't really a big difference in regards of of resources. So, and who knows, maybe there's something else that I can use. There actually is some, some other nice things in regards of images, and there's a lot of different cool stuff actually. Of course, one needs to use time to figure out how it works. And here we go with the Vimeo playlist. And actually, it's interesting because it seems like the application are running quicker than on my host. No, apparently it's still closest down. What if I run manual? Maybe it stops. I don't know. Probably. That would be worse in regards of. I think. Let's see here. Oh, it's too light. Let's turn that down. There we go. That's in regards of taking pictures. There we go. I'm not sure that's going to be any better in regards of. But anyway, so we have like a playlist from actually some better music here from Vimeo. So this is from Vimeo, and the music is, this is more, classical, and at least so you have a playlist of that, but the playlist doesn't seem to work on my end. Actually, I also have pictures. I wonder if those pictures actually need to be there to actually get the pictures there. But some of the pictures does seem to. I remember the rolling thing. But if I go over to my version, and of course this is not this player is on the website itself. It's not connected to the down or the upper surface here. But it's still the same player. So yeah, this is more like me, like some classical music. Dear Jehovah, is speaking or singing to. Yeah, I can't remember. It's German. That's pretty good, Dear Jehovah. Anyway, has the name of God in it. That's nice. Anyway, so if we go over to my. Oh, that's Carl. Now again, Carl is a Roman Catholic. I guess I'll have to write him again and talk to him. I talked to him, asking him if I could use his music and all that. Okay, it still goes out, and I could. I should install the other application. It's interesting that you need to install another application to actually get to the point where you want to be in regards of making it do what it how difficult could it be to put the feature in here and say, hey, automatically close, How difficult could that be to make? Oh yeah, very difficult apparently, right? For the programmers. Now, it should be very easy for them to put it in. Again, they have made it like it shut down automatically. So if they made that, sometimes it's just, going out of their way, making features that is not necessary. And, if they want to make a feature like that, make it a setting that people can actually. I'm just so tired of bullshit. This world is full of bullshit. You're sitting there and fixing issues all the time. Like yesterday. I don't know. I'm pretty much complaining, I guess. I'm just so tired, in regards of these things because, running Windows 2000, I had everything. Everything was running stable. Everything was running fine. It was a wonder. No crazy daisy and all that. And nowadays, you're going from one problem after another with technology, and instead of actually using time, actually using it, right? And you get kind of fed up with that, so trying to solve issues here and there to actually get technology to do what you want and not close down, for example, or whatever. Or unroute the mobile, so you can get access to what you want or fix other things and all that. Anyway, so, for example, I fixed actually got this fixed yesterday. It was very nice. And of course, you're running into one problem after another. This is my editor that I actually used 7 years ago, and then they made issues and this and that, and then my theme that I used was removed from the application. But so apparently I found out you can actually export and import and all that. So if you have the old version, so I'm like, okay, so I found the old version again, and I thought, okay, so I can export, import, and export and all that. But then I found out the new version actually has it again, and I'm like, wow, it's just. But of course, then it has other problems. Like every single version of Aptana has new problems. It's like it's just. Then something does, something breaks, and then they fix something else, and then something else breaks. It's every time they release. For example, just installing it, you can't just install it out of the box because, of course, it makes issues, right? That you need to fix, and you can fix it. It's not like, but it's just annoying. Why would they not fix it before actually releasing the product? It just seems to me it's like half baked, but it's free, and it's pretty good. I used it instead of Adobe. The Adobe, and I know I could just use Adobe, but all these things, but the problem is, money, right? It's costing a lot of resources. But I must say, in regards of Adobe, it's nice to actually have products actually mostly working, not making problems with you, for you. So you can actually focus on production, right? On things instead of sitting there and, apparently the mode is not there anymore. Okay, I need to. There we go. Apparently you can't go into that mode when you're. Oh, come on. Why is it? Oh, I'm in manual. Okay. Okay, it goes into manual at this point. Okay. So if I go into mode, we only have snap video, snap movie. Tap to record for trees. Okay, so you can make a snap, short form of video. Low quality, I guess. Why is it on auto when it's okay? Auto, okay. We're still on auto on. Okay, I need to turn around here. So it's still itching in my beard and all that, but at least it's and of course I need to set this up again, right? Because I can't remember my settings, right? Yeah, don't remember the settings that I put on last time, right? It's kind of it's kind of things that you just think they're doing it on purpose to just make you annoyed, and so anyway, here's the program that I used, and I have the same colors now, so it feels like normal again, and here we have the program. There's a lot of things in it, but and yeah, a lot of code and all that, and I guess I'm getting more and more understanding and getting into the code thing again, a little by little, but it's it takes time. And the stupidity of me, I deleted all of my old things, that I made in the past. So that was stupid, because it would have helped me a lot in regards of refreshing a lot of the things. But anyway, that's me and stupid, and I thought it would be easier just to start all over in some sense. Yeah, stupid, So I got the program installed, and it can work in regards of portable, but sometimes it makes some warnings and all that. But yeah, the idea was that it can actually work on Linux as well. I did have problems installing it on Linux when I tried, but they do have a Linux installer, so maybe it will work now. I don't know. I haven't tried it, so I'm on Windows now, and again, you can using a lot of time on different things. But the idea was, when Windows began the crazy daisy downhill road, after Windows 2000, the idea was to maybe I could, move, I had to move over to Linux at some point. It's just, if they just could have made Windows 2000 in a 64-bit version, would have been wonderful, and not all this crazy daisy added to the, that's very annoying, this thing that closed down, that would have been wonderful, but no, of course not. We want to spy on the people and put a lot of graphic bullshit in things and make it grow to extremities, or grow to... Any case, so that's some of the code for the player that I'm toying around with. And of course the idea is to get all the things that they have fixed in the, little by little out of the application and make my own, and begin to get an understanding of things, how they work. And get all the satanic stuff out of it. But I still have some problems in regards of getting some of the things to work that I should have worked out of the box, I guess. Like if I go into the Vimeo playlist, it's a little hard to see, I guess, when you're coding, but that's the Vimeo. And I only get like biting elbows and the mountain and a loading screen here. And of course, biting elbows is just like, satanic bullshit. A lot of killing and all that. But in their version, on their webpage, as you can see, it actually goes to biting elbows, the mountain, the city limits, and so forward. It actually takes them all now, and this is from Vimeo. I don't know in regards to the images if it actually takes it from Vimeo. I guess it must take it from Vimeo. I need to find the code and see how what it actually does and all that. And I'm still very, code and all that. It's a long time and, refreshing things and all that. So, yeah, I guess that's, and now it's closing down again. Stupidity of technology. Yep. Yeah, so as you can see, there's much more on this, but on my, there's only 2, and then stops. And if I push, there's nothing in regards of playing from Vimeo. Now this is of course not a big issue because I wouldn't have anything I would play from, but it should work, right? So why is it not working? I have no idea. It does play from YouTube. I made my own little thing in regards of a playlist.
What you need to do. Here's what you need to do.
I'm gonna
You've got to first shape your head. You dress all in black. You've got to.
So that's in regards of Jews, testimonies in regards of Yeshua and all that. That was another playlist, satanic playlist. But I fixed it with this one, so just to see how things, worked in that direction, and that worked pretty good. No problem. I don't know in regards to the Vimeo. I need to look into other Vimeo playlists and see if I can, find if there's an issue somewhere or whatever. I fixed the things on. The problem is it crashes pretty much. Stop working. As you can see, it's just I can't do anything now. It just stands there and loads. So I need to do like this, a refresh, and that's not going to work, of course, so that's a problem. My folder playlist is a folder, and here I have my examples of a folder here. So I could actually delete the other satanic bullshit. They have zombies coming at you, and a lot of killings on these videos, and a lot of worldly satanic bullshit pretty much. I've sunburned as well, but as you can see, there's no images, and I need to find out how to fix the images. It should work actually, in regards of, as you can see, there's images here that seems to work, and on the folder playlist, which is theirs, I think it actually links to the images, and yet it doesn't make the images. I'm not sure about this one, if one can also fix an image for that or how that works out. I can't remember. Isn't there other where they actually work? Yeah, let's see here, but it play, maybe it play, okay. Yeah, it actually shows the, that's from YouTube, of course. Let's see my HTML. Yeah, there you see images down here. So I don't know if there's any Vimeo playlist or what there is. Just like, it's a HTML playlist. So I think there's like different sources in the playlist itself, and you get an image here in regards to playing, you know. And I guess it might actually, yeah, I guess which image, I guess it might, no. Okay, so it's actually an image from the video file itself, it seems to know. Okay, it actually started out with, I guess it's something you can set up when you know, it seems like it's actually go for MP4 video thing here. It must be a image that it gets somewhere from. But then you can start the video. That's the video. The next one, okay. Then it goes for just the, and it shows how you can put advertising on videos and all that bullshit. You know, of course, I won't have any advertising on my videos because that's bullshit, satanic bullshit usually. Now there are some features that might be, you know, you can have, you can put, you have some information on the video that you can put on, which is very nice. That I can put some Protestant information on. There we go, with an arrow, but at least it doesn't crash the program. That's an LSS live streaming. You know, some of the places on the internet, of course, you know, goes out. I wonder if I had bought this singular, if I would actually have gotten, another, you know, I don't know what he would have, you know, I don't know if he has the same thing if you had bought the program alone, compared to if you buy the whole package, because you can only download the whole package. You cannot download them every single file, you know, of each other. Who knows if it's a little, you know, who knows if the package is a little different if you're only focusing on one application. You know, he might have updated one without the other. You know, when you have a whole package of files and all that, you know, if you need to update it every time you update one of the applications, that could probably be a problem. I don't know. So I don't know when this program was last updated, and he has a lot. What we have in regards of a password, you know, so you can actually put a password into to get access to the things. I actually don't know the password for this, and it doesn't say what the password is. But I guess in regards to the program overall, I think you can set up a password yourself, and maybe I can actually see what that is. Maybe there is something in behind it. I don't know. Or maybe it's just one of the others that I've seen, but it could be interesting to see what he actually have hidden there. And of course, I could maybe just look at the code, what it actually links to. Then we have start-stop examples, but as you can see, it actually works with an icon. It doesn't. You know, like the video itself, I think it should actually be able to use, you know, a photo from the video itself, but it doesn't. You know, I would have been a nice feature for it to actually just take, you know, like when you are pushing something and it, you know, let's see, yeah, when you're pushing something and okay, it just starts automatically. I wonder why it actually, when you're pushing, I guess it's not a big problem actually starting automatically when you push. But it would be nice if it actually stopped, you know, and see what it actually would do if it's just, apparently, there we go, more air from the a-hole. So yeah, but working pretty good, I guess, you know, see, yeah, there we go. Yeah, but more, you know, I need to go into it more and then figure out things and all that and see if I can get everything to, I guess, work and you know, begin to delete his stuff. This is my mix playlist. I don't know how that works out, but there's like 3 on that, and at least it has a picture. And this is the violent video. I'm not even sure if it works. No, that's from Vimeo again. Apparently that seems to be still problematic. I don't know why it would have problems with Vimeo, but as you can see, there's problems. Still working with this one, Laura Paisa or something like that. A lot of sensuality in these videos as well. So my mix playlist works besides biting elbows, and I think that's Vimeo again. So I don't know why it doesn't work in regards to Vimeo. If it's something with my server or something like that, it also seems to be somewhat a little slower than what they fix, and I guess that could be my server, or maybe a setting or something. I don't know, but you have this, where it's thinking, and that isn't really much on theirs. I actually really haven't seen it come up. If you just go from one and it just works pretty quick. Oh well, there was some loading there, but not in regards to coming up with. There's a little loading, I guess. But that looks a little different than what is coming up on my screen. Let's see here. Yeah, it comes up with like this, okay. But that's Vimeo, and I can't really check Vimeo on my tool. So yeah, now of course, you only had like 6 months of support and all that, but I'll try writing him anyway and see if he wants to answer me. I don't think he actually have responded, but maybe it's because of my email in regards to Jesus is God Almighty. Maybe that's, I don't know. But I have paid for his application, so, now of course after the 6 months you don't have support anymore, but still all new things that he makes should be updated and released through this thing, and so yeah. But overall it looks pretty good, already it's absolutely usable for me, and so I can have my own either video player or MP3 player. I need to try the MP3 player as well, and then of course I need to try it on the mobile phone as well. But yeah, I'm growing in it, using a little time, and I do have some images from Israel and all that one actually could make these used up, some of his applications as well for. I don't know, but have to look into that. Anyway, I guess that just, if the swimming hole has opened today, I really would like to get a swim. And then of course I would, I still have the books from the library I need to get over and all that. Let's get the other glasses. Yeah, they are a little less filthy, although the strength is less. But they have like, as you can see, it's, somewhat lewd, but, you have sensualities in these worldly sensualities in the pictures and all that. But he shows how you can, use your images, and you can actually have information on the images as well. That's perfect for, images in regards to from Israel or something like that, maybe. I don't know, and then it goes to the left and the right and all that. And there's different possibilities. He has different other things that looks interesting. And then it goes into advertising, and that's, of course, bullshit. I hate advertising. So it's like YouTube and all that, skip ad and all that bullshit. And of course that we don't want to have anything of that kind in any, I just bullshit, wasting our time. But that's a feature in it, pop ad, pop-up advertising, that we go with, and pop up. And here we see one of his other applications, and that looks pretty good as well. And you have different ways of customizing it and so forward. Annotation example, what is that? I have no idea. Oh, there we go. Now you have different things that pops up, and removes itself and all that, and you can do that as well. you have the information down there. You have the download button as well. I had to activate that, but you can actually download a lot of the. It has some problems. It won't download sound files. I don't know why it wouldn't download sound files. It's just it says you can only download MP4. What other bullshit, you know? But you can download a video here like this, you know, very easily. That's nice. And it should close these down. There's also, you know, if you want to make, you know, text. So it has a lot of features for sure, and here is showing more features that you can do with it. It has a lot of features for sure where you can do different things. That's for sure. I don't know how much of that will be necessary. You know, there's a lot of things that, you know, I probably won't use. But you can use like you know, make your own Danish, English, German, and all that. He's showing it at one place as well. And of course, just, you know, just need to look at the examples and all that. So that seems to be a picture from the video. Okay, timeout while loading manifest. Okay, but I never see this thing that I see over at my version where I see a loading thing. It doesn't really seem to get this weird loading. Maybe he has another loading way. Maybe it's another, because it just seems to be a round wheel on his. Like, yeah, it's a round wheel. It doesn't really show, you know, while it's, I don't know. It's just a little wheel, you know. It seems very quick on his end, you know, working very fluently. I don't know if in regards to the server side, you know, there we go with the loading. It's loading. It's just a little wheel, and then it comes up. Okay. And then a little wheel again. Okay. So maybe it's just a different animation for it. Let's try to go over here. Don't we have anything in regards of the sticky? Okay, there we go, sticky. Let's go with the sticky and see. Okay, it loads. Okay. So it does seem to load. Like it makes a little small thing. I guess the animation might just be different. Let's go to my version here and load it. See what happens. Yeah, it just seemed to be another animation. I don't know why that would be, and why the animation would be different. Because actually his animation seems more, you know, more. I don't know. Maybe it's an update. You know. Yeah. Okay. So it's just another animation for loading. Okay. It just seems like the other animation actually, maybe I can remove it or something like that. This is like an animation. His is like more like of where it's showing it's loading, and it doesn't really look like an animation as such, you know, because when it's finished, it is finished and it is loading. You know, let's see here again. Yeah, that it loads. No, maybe it starts over again. Yeah, okay, it starts over again. Okay, so it is an animation. Okay. You can see how it loads here, and then it comes. Okay, so it's just another animation. I have no idea why he would have another animation, but it is more, it is less, you know, showable. It doesn't get in your eyes as much as the other one. So I guess probably be able to change that as far as time goes in regards to finding the animation and changing the animation to, if I want to. Okay. So okay, it's just, you know, his animation just seems more. Yeah. I do have the other one as open as well. This is another player. It has the same thing, same animation as the other. I haven't tried the two other. There are different examples. I've just tried those two, and I'm just toying around with the main thing that I I don't like this. I guess this is the only thing that I don't like with this. So I still actually, it's still, I think it actually, this one is prettier actually. But of course I could just edit the graphic of this one probably. This doesn't seem to be so, this seems to be a little, it doesn't look so good, I think. That's a minor issue, I guess. Overall, the player does look better in this version, I think, than in the other version. It's more clear in this version. The buttons are more clear. But of course, I could change colors and maybe get this does look better. I know. But it shouldn't be problematic from going from one to another. Just copy some of the code from one to the other, and you should have much of the same in the other one. So in regards to changing, there are 4 different kinds of themes, and I'm pretty much settled on two themes. In some sense, where I'm thinking both of them are pretty nice. And here we go with the lyrics. By the way, here we have Spanish, in Romanian and English, and subtitles off. Anyway, I guess that's all for me. I guess I need to go, and yep, that was just a little round in regards of that, and I'm going to work more on that and set things up. And I think I have like 40 gigabytes, and I haven't really used my host much or my webpage much, so I don't think it would be that problematic to have these media files. And if anyone wants to look at it, there's probably not going to be that much traffic anyway. So, yeah, at least people have something to look at if they want. And I don't have like YouTube killing me off, that's nice. And I can make some more concentrated information instead of all these just, babbling along. Maybe write things down before I actually make it, then I don't go off topic, and then I know what I want to talk about and keep it short, Anyway, have a good one. May Jehovah bless you, and Yeshua be a most precious pearl, and the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of truth, be in us all. Amen. Have a good one. Bye-bye.